got a set of phones for you. It's our only phone set for the entire season. It's Panasonic. It's a set of 5 cordless handsets. The first handset will be on the base, where you get that nice big screen and all those big numbers. And then the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth handset come on the charging stations. So this could be upstairs in the kitchen, this could be the basement, this could be the bedroom, this could even be a bathroom, or this could be the living room. Wherever you need a phone. Here's what I love about updating and upgrading your home phone system. You now have call blocking technology. No more spam calls, no more robocalls, no more election calls, no more fundraising calls, and no more, oh, who's that calling? Do I want to take that call? Because you also have caller ID. You have caller ID that you can hear across the room, so you don't have to run to the kitchen to grab that phone if you don't really want to hear from maybe the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, no.
Or is mom calling for the 4th time that day?
Oh, no.
So, or maybe it's just the nosy neighbor. You can say, you know what, I'm not gonna answer that phone call. So there's a lot of features here, but here's what we're gonna do. A Black Friday price of $139.99. Huge markdown. So we're taking about $40 off. It's on free shipping and 5 flex pay. But once I upgraded, I did this for my in-laws, I upgraded their home phones because they were getting so many calls.
Oh my gosh.
And if you are a senior citizen, you are targeted for these robocalls and these spam calls. And they will do anything and everything to get your attention and to try to either take your identity or get something from you. This is the best way to protect against that.
It really is. I mean, they do prey on older people for sure. My mom had a situation not too long ago where somebody knew just a few numbers of her Social Security and was trying to get the rest out of her. And she thought, you know what, this doesn't feel right. So what she did was she touched that dedicated call blocking button. You can block up to 1,000 names and numbers here, so you never, ever have to hear from that person ever again. But let me back up. This is Panasonic, #1 global leader when it comes to home phone technologies. I am so glad that Sarah chose this for her host pick today because it is a brand new, never been seen before system. So it's really full of features. You are getting 5 handsets here. Let me show you on the base station. So some of the biggest screens we've ever offered. These have 1.8-inch screens that are backlit, glowing, beautiful. Even all of the keys, the numerical and command keys, everything glows. And then right here on your main base station, you're getting a 2.5-inch screen. Love that. But take a look at this. I've actually taken this handset off the base, and now because there is a speakerphone button right here and a keypad, if you've lost this handset or maybe it's traveled into one of your other rooms, this acts as a virtual 6th handset. So you basically have a 6th handset system here. But again, when we talk about that call blocking, that's huge because political season, as you mentioned, we want to weed out the calls that we don't want to take, and with that one dedicated call blocking button, you can do it. And here's when you can do it. You're gonna be able to do it when they're calling in. Maybe you see on the screen with that caller ID and even talking caller ID that will clearly announce to you exactly who's calling, a number that you don't want to answer or someone you don't know. You do not have to take that call. You can simply block it before you even answer. It hangs up on that person and they can never get through again to you ever. You can also block the call while you're on the call. So maybe like my mom, taking that phone call where they're trying to fish for information. She thought, yeah, it doesn't feel right, blocked it right in the middle of the call, hung up on the person, and now they can't get through again, or after. So maybe you're thinking about, you know, that phone call was a little strange. I don't want to hear from that person again. You go into caller ID just like this. You're going to be able to pull up that number and block it simply and easily right from the menu. So 3 different ways to call block. We love that. The other thing this system is so cool about, 3 different ways to use it. So you can use this home phone system if you still have a landline at home. But what if you got rid of your landline? You're gonna be able to use this system as an extension of up to 2 cell phones with Bluetooth connectivity. So maybe you haven't had a landline in years, but your cell phone service is not very good at your home. You don't have a good signal. Maybe you have that one spot where you have to kind of stand with your cheek pressed up against the glass in your living room. Does it sound like I'm angry? This is because it's a personal story, right? kind of annoying. So the great thing about this is when your cell phones ring, all of your home phones ring. So maybe your cell phone is in a charger in one of your rooms far away. Now you're not going to miss that call. Now you're not going to miss that text because you are going to get that information all right here. So I love the fact that it has this kind of synergy with your cell phone. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and place a phone call right here. I am actually calling from my cell phone right now. So I am calling this cell phone. So in addition to this cell phone ringing and saying no caller ID, this right here is activating all of these phones. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities to be able to catch that phone call.
Answer that call.
Exactly.
And that's what I also love about this, because a lot of us say, oh, I have my cell phone. Why would I need another phone? How many times have you missed a call on your cell phone? Or it was charging, it was upstairs, it was downstairs, it was buried in your bag. Oh, I left the ringer off. And then you go back and look at your phone and you have like 12 missed calls and your kids are like, where were you, Mom? We were starting to get worried.
Right?
What if whenever your cell phone rang, this rang as well? You would always be in the right place at the right time to answer that call. So I love that technology.
I love it too. And text messages. So maybe you did lose your cell phone in the bottom of your handbag. I literally had a friend who had a voicemail message on her cell phone that said, I'm sorry I can't answer your call right now. I can't find my cell phone. It's buried somewhere in my giant handbag. And it was a big laugh for all of us, but it's the truth, right? So if you happen to get a text message, this is going to be amazing because it's going to actually give you an announcement that you received a text message, and it's going to say who it's from.
Message from dear husband.
Oh, good. Dear husband is texting me. Isn't that lovely? My dear husband. So that's how I have him in my phone book. Dear husband.
I thought it was Ken.
It's Ken. But I call him dear husband. I call him hubby Ken. I call him all the things. But how cool is that to get that announcement? So like you said, instead of the kids worrying about you because you've missed 40 text messages where they're trying to get a hold of you or 25 phone calls, now you have that connectivity through your entire household.
You know who I need to get this for next? I've gotten some of our previous Panasonic sets for everyone from my in-laws who are in a senior living community. They're always targeted. Their phone would ring off the hook every single night. Every single night they were getting some kind of advertisement. Hey, do you need a new roof? Hey, do you need a new driveway? Hey, we'd love to come, you know, put in a pool. It doesn't matter. They were getting all kinds of calls. I'm like, wow, how do you guys even, you know, relax at night?
Right.
And then I got Call Blocker, and now they've blocked almost all of those annoying calls. And then if it does ring, they can figure out if they want to answer it or not. So they are not disturbed. But the next person who's going to get this is my sister, who does not actually have good cell phone service in a pretty big city. She just happens to be in one of those areas where her cell phone never works. And I always have to say, can you move a little? Go to the laundry room. Have you gone upstairs to the guest bedroom? This is also going to help you if your cell phone isn't working great. So here's what I would love for you to do. Order it now, because we rarely get to offer these big configurations, and this is one of the biggest. It also has all the features you want, because it has call blocking, because it has caller ID. It also has a digital answering machine, so you can listen to the messages later. And then it has that link to sell. There's one more feature we're going to talk about as well, but right now we're giving you a really great value at $40 off. So this is not available anywhere else. You have really until the end of January to try it, because we have our extended holiday return policy, which means take your time. All of the rest of October, November, December, all of January, until you make your final decision. So we just want you to try it. It's a brand name. We know and love Panasonic. We grew up with Panasonic. But I also think this has one more feature. Is that the power backup?
Yeah, so power backup.
Talk about that.
So this is huge. Now, did you lose power during hurricanes?
No, but almost everyone else did.
Oh my gosh, we were without power for 5 days. I was like, really? Yeah, it was a lot. So this has a battery backup feature that allows this handset to power the base station. So if it's not powered, it's going to take over and start powering it, giving you additional power. So I love that. If you have that landline at home, it means you're going to have uninterrupted service because of battery backup. So that's huge for inclement weather, you know, bad conditions. It means you're going to be able to stay connected to friends and family and people that you love. This is also DEX 6 technology. So it's the latest and greatest phone technology that's out there. The thing that we love about that is the range. So you can step away from the bases up from 160 all the way up to 1,000 feet and have incredible range. The other thing with that DEX 6 technology and that synergy you're getting with your cell phone is the ability to transfer the phone numbers from your phone to your home phones, because how many times have you done this? You've gotten your cell phone out to get a phone number, and then you type it into your more comfortable home handset, because this gets hot and cooks your face, right?
It does.
And this is more comfortable, and the signal is better in your house, right? So now you can transfer up to 3,000 names and numbers. So now you just scroll to the one you want, get it, and now you don't have to use your cell phone to type in that number.
I just heard an update. So we have hundreds of you ordering. We only have like 1,600 left. I don't know why we don't get more phone offers in. It's pretty difficult to do such big offers like the 5 handsets at $40 off, but we're doing it as a Black Friday deal. So they are going really, really quickly now. If you would love to make sure that you are getting this home for you or for your loved ones, this is a great idea for mom and dad, for grandma and grandpa. I got a new handset collection for my in-laws. Their phone does not ring anymore. I also have the peace of mind, and you'll have the peace of mind as well as a daughter or a son-in-law, that they are not being targeted, and they are not going to pick up the phone and talk to the wrong person at the wrong time. It is worth every single penny. If all it does is prevent one of those phone calls, it is paid for itself. Because let me tell you, they are out there and they are doing everything they can to get your parents or grandparents' attention and to give up some information. Unfortunately, that is just very common, but there are ways to protect yourself and your loved ones. So do this for a friend, do this for a family member, do this if you have bad cell phone service. Do this if you wish you would make sure that you never miss a call. Do this to make sure that you always know where your parents or your grandparents are. Maybe they can't get up and run to the kitchen. Maybe they're sitting in the living room, or they're out front or out back. You get 5 handsets. So any bedroom, any guest room, any living room, den, kitchen, bathroom, you could have a phone right there. So no matter what happens, you could have a phone right there at your fingertips. And even if you do have a cell phone, you're probably missing calls and text messages that are important to you. So this is a really great time to say, you know what? Let's just do this right now. It's so easy to set up. You basically unplug your old phones and plug in your new ones.
That's exactly right.
You don't have to do anything, right?
That's it. Just plug them in and charge them up. That's it, because you're getting the batteries, really high power batteries. And it's so funny, we hear stories all the time of Panasonic home phone users that love their home phones for 10, 15 years. They just had to upgrade the batteries. Instead of buying new ones, which were costly, they just upgraded the system. It eventually needs to happen, but just charge the batteries and you're good to go. Plug it into your landline if you're using it that way. So one way is with landline. The second way is if you got rid of your landline, you can simply use it as an extension of 2 cell phones throughout your home. You can see I've got my cell phones connected right here, 1 and 2. And then the third way that you're going to be able to use this is both. So a combination of landline and cell phone. So we love that. This has that built-in answering machine that you mentioned. You can screen your calls. I know a lot of people love that. You have 18 minutes of record time with no tapes to ever replace. That's super old school. If you got a tape machine, it's probably time to replace that one. You have a great little way to access people in your household with the intercom feature right here. Maybe you want to intercom all the handsets or a specific handset to tell everybody it's dinner time. If you have a large home, or maybe your husband likes to tinker out in the garage, this is going to be a great way to reach him, to let him know it's dinner time, and you can talk to them when they answer. This also has a sound detection feature too. So it's sort of like a little bit of a home security system. You're going to be able to put this into baby monitor mode, and I think that is really cool. So you can listen into a room as long as you want from one of the other handsets. So all you do for that, you look at the little, oh, by the way, 9 speed dials here as well. There's that baby monitor. So all you do, tap that, turn it on, and then I'm going to set this back down into the base. So I'm going to put it right back into this base, and then when it hears sound, it's going to call me on one of the other handsets, or it can even call me on my home phone to be able to listen into my home phone.
But if all you do is block unwanted calls, it is worth every single penny at this price. We're getting really busy. If all you do is use it for caller ID, oh, should I get up and run all the way across the house to answer a phone from someone I really don't want to talk to? Maybe it's that clingy friend that keeps asking you to get together.
Oh my gosh.
The clingy friend.
We've all got one of those, right? So this heard the voice.
I mean,
it's calling, could call you on your cell phone so you can listen into your house. If you're a caretaker for a loved one who is at home, this is a way for you to listen to make sure they're okay. Sorry, just wanted to throw that
thank
in
you.
there.
I didn't want to interrupt as we were getting down to the wire here. Also, it's a baby intercom, it's a speakerphone, it's a digital answering machine. It's everything you want.
Everything.
Is there anything this phone doesn't do, Lori Leland?
It doesn't do Windows.
Doesn't do Windows.
And neither do I.
And it doesn't make toast, but pretty much everything else. So this is going very quickly. We rarely offer phones when it's a Black Friday deal and we give you $5 or $40 off. Don't miss out. And make sure that you finalize your order. Lori, we got to remind you about a couple things. Oh, we're going to stay right here. Okay. I'm wearing the AfterShokz.
Me too.
You're wearing the AfterShokz. Why do we love these? Why do we want these? Where they're lightweight, they're comfortable, they're flexible. And these are headphones that don't go in your ear and they don't go over your ear so your ear can breathe. You don't have to try to stick them, pop them in, or kind of smash your ear, because what we're doing today is really amazing. We're doing a buy one, get one free. Does everyone's ears perk up? Well,
yes.
They would if you were wearing the Shokz open ear bone conduction headphones. One is $99. You're getting two for $99. We're including a lot of extras like little bags and gift items and everything you need to get started. You can keep them around your neck. You can pop them on over your ears.
They have a little magnet too, which is nice. Did you see that? So it's really secure. My husband sometimes wears them here, but I kind of keep mine always on because they're so light. I forget I'm wearing them, and your ears are open so we can have a normal conversation.
That's
Instead of being
right.
like, hey, to the person next to you who's wearing the over-the-ear headphones where you're like, hello.
You have a total awareness. You're going to hear somebody coming up behind you. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
That's an amazing Today Special. It's our only Shokz Today Special of the entire year. I want to remind you, we have our only holiday offer of the year for Roku. It's in the house. It has been extremely popular. Roku is simply a media streamer that makes your TV so much easier to navigate. It's like changing the menu. It's a whole new interface. Plus, we're also including an antenna, alone a $60 value, and you're getting a lot of extras. But you are getting the #1 media streamer in the world. You don't need a new TV. You just need a Roku. It's going to make everything easier and simpler and faster to find. That's our Roku. When we come back, the pop-up cards are here.
Inspiration comes to me from everywhere.